I'm Francois from Getaway Safaris, and I've been hunting in Africa all my life. Together with my partner Eric and our professional guides, we guide everyday American hunters to hunt the dozens of species that our beautiful dark continent has to offer. This is Getaway to Africa.
Herb, we went to the shooting range this morning to check that the guns are in, and we introduced you to the Crown precision rifles. We shot the 375 and we shot the 7 PRC, 7mm PRC. Yes. What's your gut feel? Tell us what you think about the guns.
The guns are amazing, I have to say. For price value, it's hard to beat. The precision is, I mean, any hunter can dream about, really. That's what you need.
Not even the precision, the looks of the gun.
The looks of the gun.
It looks amazing.
I like the carbon fiber look. That's sexy, you know.
The silencer, another plus.
Another plus. The gun has no recoil. Combined with the sour scope. Really nice.
The 7 PRC, this is loaded with the 175 grain ELDX, just over 3,000 feet a second. So a great round for what we're going to shoot. It's heavy enough, the 284 caliber is heavy enough for most plains game. Anything from an Impala right up to an eland. This is a great gun. We prefer the 375 for heavier game, but let's shoot it and see if it's still sighted in.
Okay, that's it.
That's in the hole. There. In the hole. All right, guys. Obviously, one of the biggest things for us is safety. We're dealing with high-powered rifles, dangerous animals, on and off trucks the whole time. Safety is very important for us. So the very first thing is we're never on the truck with a loaded rifle. Once we get off the truck and we stalk something, you're welcome to load up the rifle, put a bullet in the chamber and put it on safety. But always just confirm with your guide, just say, okay, I'm going live. Just make sure your guide knows that, because what happens is we're stalking, you're behind me with the gun pointed at me the whole time. So if I know that you're loaded up, first of all, for safety reasons, and second of all is when we get an animal, you get on the stick, so you have to reload. That sound and the movement will 9 out of 10 times make the animal run away. As soon as you walk back to the truck, unload the gun, we leave the guns inside the truck and tell the guide, whoever, me or Eric, and say, okay, rifle is safe. On and off the truck, don't climb on the truck with the gun. Rather hand it to someone. Just we're 100% safe. Another very important factor is when you're shooting, most of these guns, that 7 PRC sometimes flies through the animal. If there's another animal behind it, so make sure you know if there's not two behind it. And the guide will tell you, either me or Eric will say, don't shoot, there's something behind it.
I like that 7. It's a very fast, accurate bullet. And whoever wants to come to Africa needs a 375, I guess. Yes. If he wants to shoot something bigger. So if you have those two guns in those two calibers, really nothing can stop you when it comes to hunting. So
yeah, you're right. You know, you have to take into account the conditions that we hunt in, from very thick bush to 600-700 yards. Those two calibers can pretty much deliver whatever you need.
Yeah, and you can use them in the States, you can use them here. Very versatile. Those two guns and nothing else you need really.
You're right.
Yeah.
the Getaway series is proudly sponsored by Crown Precision Arms.
We're here around the fire tonight with Herb Hoffman, the third.
Yes.
We had a great day. It's a spectacular day. You shot your first animal on foot with the bow and your first animal in Africa with the bow. How did it feel?
It was a crazy experience. It's a spot and stock that every bow hunter could dream of, you know. It was took me a couple tries, but eventually I stuck a nice Impala.
We're walking up and there's the dam wall is there. You walk around it and we can see you from where we are. We're 50, 60 yards behind you and we're watching you. And you walk up and within a minute or two you draw your bow. What happens?
So I started crawling towards him and I got within about 25, 30 yards and I drew my bow back and one of the Impalas was looking right at my eyes and I just froze.
Yeah.
And I think that went on for about a minute of me just holding there, the bow back. And eventually my arm got too tired, so I let go. And then the Impala, it saw me, it snorted, it jumped, went about 10 yards, stopped, and then I drew back again and then finally got a shot on him.
He's down?
Yes, that was awesome.
He's down. What the hell?
What the hell?
He ran and he stopped and I saw his horn started wiggling and he went dooks.
I didn't know if I hit him.
Well done, buddy.
Thank you.
That was awesome. We could see everything.
What an experience.
Your heart racing. What's going through your mind?
Just a crazy experience. I'm still shaking.
Impala is one of the hardest animals to walk and stalk, and you did it. Good job.
Thank you.
You went through here. There's blood on both sides.
I'm surprised he ran so far.
No, they do. You don't break any bones or nothing, and he's got some oxygen in his system, and he keeps going.
Crazy.
You look for the color of the blood. This pink blood is lung blood.
Yeah, you know he's down.
And that rage just makes an absolute mess of it. It just cuts everything open. And he still goes 100, 150 yards. Give me a bow, go and look at your Impala. And it's a gorgeous Impala.
Wow. Thank you. Hey guys, I got this beautiful Impala with my Matthews Halon X, paired with a Garmin sight. It's a pretty insane sight. You can shoot up to 80 yards and it'll adjust for you. And I'm shooting a 400 grain arrow with a 100 grain hypodermic rage. And as you can see, it did the job.
Herbie, my buddy, you wanted to shoot an Impala on foot, and you did a couple stalks this week, and it paid off. You shot really well. Probably stalked it 250 yards in total. Tell me what went through your mind.
It was crazy. We started off, we saw two in the beginning, and we had to get real low because they were really alert. And this one was grazing, and I was about 30 yards away, and he smelled me, and then he ran a little bit, and he stopped for a second, and I said, "This is my moment." And I said, "Let's go," and I let it fly.
Honestly, I couldn't believe it at first. I was like, wow, that was an amazing hunt. That spot and stock, I don't think I'll ever forget it. It was just so intense. I was looking the Impala right in the eyes. It was just crazy experience.
It's amazing.
Yes.
Just fantastic. Congratulations on a great
Thank you.
hunt.
I wanted to say that I really appreciate you and Eric. You guys are some great guides, and I'll be back.
Andy, we're here in Botswana this evening. We got a great fire. We got the hyena howling around us, and we're talking this evening about you're coming to Africa. This is your first trip, second trip. You're not hunting elephant or buffalo, dangerous game. We're shooting plains game. You coming to Africa and you bring one gun, what would that be?
You know, I think it'd probably be a 300 Win Mag, or, you know, a 30 caliber something. And, you know, it does not have to be a custom rifle with a $3,000, $4,000 scope on it. If you can shoot your gun consistently at 200 yards, you're golden.
Yeah.
You know, if you're comfortable at 200, tell your PH, you know, hey, I don't want to take a shot longer than that. They'll get you that close. And most of the shots are not longer than that, unless you're in the East Cape or, you know, something shooting off a mountaintop.
For sure.
If you want to bring 2 rifles, great. If you want to bring a, you know, a smaller 7 or 6, if you're shooting smaller game, if you want to bring something a little higher, a fast 300 or maybe a 338, just, you know, depending on what you're shooting. But you don't have to go out and buy $10,000 worth of rifles.
That's for
to
sure.
come. If you deer hunt, if you whitetail hunt, or you go out and you hunt elk or mule deer or some of the bigger deer in the, you know, up north in Canada, you've probably got in your gun safe what you need to come here.
You can hunt pretty much most plains game, kudu, eland, which is the bigger ones, wildebeest, zebra, tougher animals with any 330 caliber gun, whether it's a 308, a 30-06, or a 300. You get very fancy calibers these days. In the last 10 years, the improved calibers. You get the PRCs with extreme velocities, really high BCs. But you know, the fact is, most of the hunting that we do in Africa is at 100 yards or less. You go out, you want to do some long range shooting, we do 200, 300, 500 yards like you mentioned, but most of the hunting we do here is close combat. We're right on there, we're stalking an animal, and the bush is thick. Depending on the season, you get to 80 yards, 90 yards, 100 yards. You know, the thing about hunting in Africa is that experience is about being on foot. You want to be on foot. We don't hunt off the truck. A lot of people ask us, you know what, I'm comfortable with shooting off the truck, and this is a big issue for us. Hunting in Africa is such a romantic African classic experience that you want to get off the truck and you want to get out there and you want to walk and find an animal on foot, and it's fair chase. Fair chase is a big deal for us.
And the easiest thing, very quickly, how to bring a rifle. You have to go to a customs office. There's one in most major cities. I have to drive 60 miles to mine. It's a form this big. You print it offline. All you put on it is your name, address, name, address, and the serial number of the weapon. They look at it, sign it, and they are wonderful. You call over, make an appointment, or you call over and say, hey, you're gonna be there this afternoon. I mean, you're in and out, and I'm telling you, 5 minutes. You put that in there, you show up, the guy here does the paperwork for you. You know, you email everything. All you email is a copy of the paperwork, name, address, serial number again, what airport you're coming into, and he handles everything. A copy of your passport, copy of your flight itinerary. He meets you there. Your ammunition, you put in a little lockable box, you put in your normal case. In your suitcase, it can only weigh 5 kilos, 11 pounds. So you can bring 30, 40, 50 rounds. You got time to shoot it. You know, people worry about the scope. Oh, my scope got knocked off. Well, bring 40 or 50 rounds. If it gets knocked off, they've got tools to tighten it down. You sight it back in. It's no stress. You can bring your weapons. If you don't want to mess with it, they've got them. They got Crown rifles they've got here. Wonderful weapons. But I mean, if you've got your favorite gun that Granddaddy gave you want to bring it. That's part of it. That's part of history. When you hand that gun off to your son or daughter, you've given them something, said, this is what I took my kudu with.
I agree with you, Andy. That's fantastic. You know, I've had this question so many times, and people say, hey, I'm planning a trip to Africa. I want to bring a gun. What's the best gun to bring? And my answer mostly would be is the gun that you shoot at home, what you're comfortable with.
The old Western thing is be aware of a man with one gun. He'll know how to shoot it.
Thank you.
The Getaway series is proudly sponsored by Crown Precision Arms.
We had a great day today. Even before your trip, you mentioned you were looking for an Oryx. And we had a wonderful experience, hunted, and some really good shooting. The weather didn't play along today, but tell us more about your Oryx hunt.
I always admired these animals. I think they're the only ones that can store their water in their hair. I found out from a good friend. And the hunt itself was very exciting. We only saw the horns. We stalked it, and of course he wasn't there when we saw it. And then you spotted it in the thickets, and you said, "This is the one."
That's a good shot. Sweet lad. And he's down. The one-hit wonder. One shot buffalo, one shot oryx. It literally just stood and froze there for a second. I think it's a hot shot. What a great shot.
Thank you.
As we're going to follow up on that oryx right now, but you make it so nice for us, because we don't have to track them, we don't have to follow the blood trail. We just go right there where you pull the trigger every time. Look how old this oryx is. Just look at that face. What a nice trophy. That's what you want. You want the oldest animal that you can find. And this thing is ancient. Look at the horns, how they started to weather. We had a cold morning and a cold start. We were after Oryx this morning. And we spotted the Oryx from probably about 200 yards away. And we just saw the horns sticking out in the grass. So we went by and we stalked back. And we ended up with a really, really good trophy. Beautiful, beautiful Oryx. Tell me about the hunt for you this morning.
First of all, thank you for the amazing guiding. Your team is awesome. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
You're professional. I thought Africa was warm, but got fooled by the weather again. But the hunt was amazing. I think that animal was at the end of his life cycle, and he was probably happy to go.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It was a quick one-shot deal.
Yes.
And thankful to be here.
Yes. Amazing trophy. You know, we with Oryx we shoot bulls and cows. The cows have longer horns, so this is a cow, of course. But it's just so amazing that we get this animal and it's literally at the end of its life. Beautiful trophy, but just they wear their teeth down at the end of their life from grazing. Obviously shooting such a beautiful trophy and basically harvesting something at the end of its life cycle, it's awesome feeling.
Yes.
So harvesting that and getting a great trophy and a great memory, and you know, it makes you feel good.
It was very satisfying. Trophy is outstanding. I will have a standing mount, I guess they call it, right?
Pedestal.
Pedestal mount done. It will have a special place in my house, and always a special place in my heart, because it was my first Oryx, and hopefully not the last one, but that one was a nice rounded hunt that we did.
I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands, chasing on a sleepless night, try to catch me howling at the moon.